The bed was cold on her side. Not slept in cold. Abandoned cold. Morning light cut across the sheets like a blade, exposing the space where her body should have been. I stood there longer than necessary, fingers resting on the torn edge of our wedding photo. I didn't remember ripping it. Only the sound. Paper giving up. My phone vibrated. Unknown number. "Sir," the voice said, professional, careful. "We need to ask you a few questions about your wife." The room felt suddenly staged. Too neat. Too quiet. As if everything had been arranged for someone else to walk in and judge my reactions. "About what?" I asked. A pause. Long enough to be deliberate. "About her body." The word landed wrong. Too heavy. Too final. I looked again at the empty bed, the closet half open, her perfume still pretending she'd be back. Neighbors watched from behind curtains when the patrol car arrived. I noticed the way their eyes stuck to me. Curiosity sharpened into suspicion fast in small minds. By noon, whispers had already started. By night, I was alone in a house that suddenly felt like evidence. And somewhere beneath the shock, beneath the confusion, something else stirred. Not grief. Recognition. She had been distant for months. Not cruel. Worse. Efficient. Kisses that landed beside the mouth. Conversations trimmed down to logistics. A body present, a mind elsewhere. I told myself it was stress. Work. Life. Marriage aging. That's what faithful men do. They lie gently to themselves. The police asked when I last saw her. I said yesterday. I didn't say how she'd turned her phone face down before sleeping. Didn't say how she'd stopped fighting when I reached for her. Denial is quiet. It doesn't scream. It rearranges furniture so you don't trip over the truth. 3 days after she vanished, they found nothing. No blood. No signs of struggle. Just absence. The city decided what that meant. A husband with no alibi. A marriage with cracks. A man too calm. I heard the word guilt in the way people avoided my eyes. What they didn't hear was the sound my mind kept making as memories reassembled themselves differently. Her sudden gym membership. The late meetings. The second phone charger I didn't own. Betrayal doesn't announce itself. It waits until you're alone and then asks you to re-watch everything slowly. I didn't chase rumors. I followed patterns. Phone records first. Numbers repeated at hours that had nothing to do with work. Then bank statements, small cash withdrawals, consistent, careful. She had been funding a life that didn't include me. I smiled when neighbors asked how I was holding up. I thanked the cops for their concern. I played the role written for me. Inside, I dismantled her. A private investigator confirmed what I already knew, but needed proven. A man. Older. Married. A rented apartment across town. Discreet. Temporary. She wasn't missing. She was hiding. 3 months passed. The city moved on. So did the police. I didn't. I waited until routine replaced caution. Until love got lazy. That's when people make mistakes. One evening, I followed her. She looked lighter without me. Laughing in a way she hadn't laughed in years. His hand on her back like it belonged there. I didn't interrupt. I watched. Because truth hits harder when it's undeniable. I stepped into the restaurant when they were dessert, deep into their fantasy. She saw me first. Her face emptied. Not fear. Calculation failing. I placed the folder on the table. Phone records. Lease agreements. Photos. Dates. I know, I said. 2 words. No accusation. No anger. Her lover stood up, started talking, apologizing, explaining. I didn't look at him. She reached for the folder like it might burn her. Her hands shook. "They thought I was dead," she whispered. I nodded. "They thought I killed you." Silence folded in on itself. The truth wasn't just infidelity. It was strategy. She'd vanished to start over, counting on suspicion to shield her. A grieving husband makes a convenient villain. She cried then. Not for me. For the plan that collapsed. The cops were waiting outside. Not for her. For him. Turns out, his wife had questions too. Turns out, truth travels fast when you hand it directions. I stood back while consequences arrived. She begged, quietly, efficiently, just like she'd loved me. "I never meant to ruin you," she said. I leaned in, close enough for honesty. "You didn't," I replied. "You revealed yourself." I walked away while she was explaining herself to people who no longer needed explanations. That was the revenge. No shouting, no violence. Just removal. The house is quiet now. Not empty. Clean. I framed the ripped wedding photo and left it that way. A reminder that damage tells the truth better than perfection. People stopped whispering. They always do once a better story appears. I don't hate her. Hatred requires attachment. What I feel is lighter, sharper, final. She lost a man who loved carefully. I lost a woman who lied well. Only one of those is irreplaceable. I sleep on both sides of the bed now. And it's finally warm.